Today's video, we're going to talk about the conversion API that Facebook has versus the Metapixel. Two different ways to track conversions on Facebook ads. And the main thing is, I can tell you right up front, the main point of making this video is that the conversion API way of tracking conversions picks up an extra 20+% more conversion data than the Metapixel out there. I don't see this information being conveyed elsewhere, so this is the point of the video. Reality is you should run both. That way you have some fault tolerance in your conversion tracking, but also you get this extra 20% more conversion data, because this 20% more conversion data will mean you'll make an extra 50% more profit from your ads long term, given that the algorithm that Facebook has that drives your ads and finds you customers can do a better job because it has more complete data. So it's not about just knowing that your ads work, it's about making your ads work better. So I'm going to go through some of the details why this is, and then just in general everything you need to know to move forward and make a decision with this and actually doing it for yourself, running both of these conversion pixel / sources for your Facebook ad program. So that said, there are a number of different reasons why the regular Metapixel, which is based upon tracking cookies, tracking cookie is something that is on the user's web browser, that gets placed on the user's web browser that tracks conversions, doesn't cut it anymore. Cookies that power the Metapixel and the conversion tracking through the Metapixel don't actually work many times now. It's getting to be more so all the time, as we've noticed at our ad agency. First of all, there's certain ad blockers that'll block the cookie tracking. Of course, the ad itself will be able to be seen, but the ad blocker will block the tracking. You also got, with iOS 14 itself, there's an option there which is called ATT, where you can shut off all tracking altogether. And a lot of people are doing it, as we've noticed. A ton of people are doing it. 20% it seems like are doing it, or more even. Also, cookies don't also just work. There's a lot of reasons why they don't work. If you're using Brave browser, which is about 5% of the browser market or so, they don't even have cookies enabled by default. So there's 5% of your conversion tracking gone right there. Also, doesn't matter on other browsers like Google Chrome and Safari browser and Internet Explorer, which is still around, people can block your cookies by default. If they turn it off, you aren't tracking their clicks and their purchases and whatnot, and their leads. So the amount, though, that the Metapixel, the conversion API is going to pick up for you, in addition to the conversion data that the Metapixel is picking up for you right now, if you're only using Metapixel to track conversions, will vary by market. However, we've seen up to 35% more conversions picked up when you're using the combination of the two, the conversion API with the Metapixel, which is why Facebook's pushing it so much. If you talk to a Facebook ad rep, constantly telling you to do it. In general, they're telling you to do it a lot. Now, the main reason why people don't set this up is because it's not so simple. It's not about just dropping a tracking pixel on your website. So you'll need, yes, there's other, I'm not going to go through the details on how to set this up on this video. That's not what this is for. You can find other videos that tell you how to do it. You might just certainly be able to do it yourself if you're trying to save money. If you hire a developer, you should be able to, for under $500, get this set up. And for the value for what you're going to get for that $500, there's no question as to whether or not you should do this. Zero question. So that said, okay, like I was saying at the start of the video, the main headline of this video is not that you could track better the results of your ads, if you will, for ROI analysis to see if your ads are working, so you should keep going with it and whatnot. That's not the purpose of going through the trouble of setting up Conversion API. That is not the point and purpose of setting up the Conversion API. It's to get more power, or give more power, give more capability to Facebook's ad serving algorithm to find you customers that match up to the product and offer that you have with going with your ads. If you don't know much about Facebook ads yet, all of your results basically on Facebook's predicated on prior results. Google Ads is the same way. Ads that you run on a lot of other platforms are the same way, which is the conversion pixel that you have. When you get a customer, they look at the thousands of different traits. Each individual person that comes through and buys, what they have. Not only just how their demographics, how old they are, where they're from, but also what they like, what websites they visit. And the more customers you give them to look at, the more they understand the person that your ad should ultimately be seen by. And what you're really doing at the beginning of running ads on Facebook and whatnot is you're paying to season the pixel. Give it enough customer data so that it can just find you customers, or at least much more efficiently than it is already. The more data and the better the quality of the data that you give the algorithm that Google has through your conversion tracking, then the better the system is going to work for you. The more, and given that half of the whole value of running Facebook ads and the money you spend on it is collecting data so you can get results in the future, not having an extra 20% conversion data is like taking 20% of the money that you're spending and tossing it directly into the garbage can. You want the maximum amount of data going into your account so the algorithm can most accurately understand what to do for you. The more data they have, the better they can work. And then also there's just the fact that if there's holes in the data, it will make mistakes as well. So that 20%, if you got 20% more conversions from your conversion API, that'll ultimately result in something like 50% more profit from your ads long term, given 20% more data is going to, there's an exponentiation effect to this. 10% more data will get you 20% more results. 20% more results will give you 50% more results. 30% more results will get you, 120% more results. And it keeps going like that as per what I've personally witnessed and what we witnessed before at our agency. The more the data is so valuable. And in fact, the data itself is more important than anything, really, at the end of the day. You could give me an ad account that's seasoned with a campaign that's seasoned with a shitty ass offer, ad, everything. It's going to crush the best ad, the best offer, with the same offer, the best ad, best targeting that we can set up. It's not even going to come close because the data is what really drives most of the performance on Facebook ads more than anything else. People expect Facebook ads to work right away, and I'm telling you, the people that really make money on Facebook are ones that stick with it for years, building up data inside and from running those campaigns for years and building up that data and consistently just inching up the results like that. So ultimately, if you want to be in position to make, instead of $1 million a year from Facebook ads that you're running in year 3, instead of 500,000, well then get your conversion API going so you get that extra 20% of data. We've seen where this matters more in any market where you're going to run mobile traffic more. We had boat rental. We had a client who had a boat rental service. Most of the people are on mobile devices in that niche. We're closer to the 30-35% range. If you're doing mostly desktop traffic, that might only be 10% of the data that you're losing, just to give you an example. So you obviously know how much desktop versus mobile traffic you have. Well, that will tell you if you're on this high or low range, whether you're at 10% of extra data you're going to get through the conversion API and using that versus 30-35%, or even higher, because I haven't, this is just what I've seen. And it all comes down to the iOS 14 and the changes that Apple has made through their iOS 14 and allowing people to very easily block the tracking on their devices. So, with that said, I'll pretty much wrap it up with that. If you like the video, I'd appreciate it if you would give the video a like. If you have any questions about anything I covered, about how to set this up even, where you want resources to set this up easily, cheaply, or more easy, cheaper, whatever. Any question related to this topic at hand, or any ad related question for that matter, Leave me a comment below. I get back to every single person who leaves me a comment on this channel. If you like the content on this channel, you'll love my blog as well at guaranteedppc.com/blog, as well as my column that I have over at entrepreneur.com. If you like my content, you'll love that as well. So you should subscribe, as it's great information coming from an ad agency owner that knows what's going on, not a professional YouTuber. And you should stay up to date on the written content that I have, because it really has good information. It actually has practical information on how to make money with ads versus just theory. Beyond that, though, if you are looking for an ad manager to help you get results on your campaigns on autopilot, this is exactly what I do. I'm the only agency that you're going to find that does guaranteed results for clients in the beginning, in that we guarantee a certain minimum amount of sales increase from your ads right up front as a way to start a relationship off with our clients. And if you'd like to see if we can work with you on that level, just reach out to me at my agency at guaranteedppc.com. I'd be happy to have a conversation with you and see if we can work together. The only catch is we don't work with just anybody. We have to know we can get you results, but at least we can have that conversation and see if we can make it work. Beyond that, if you are looking for more results, but you don't want to work with an ad agency, we have campaign templates that we also sell as well, or started selling, in that if you're in an industry we've worked in before, we've worked in 100+ industries so far, you can use the ads and landing pages and everything that we've developed for your market to get results in your market, and literally copy and paste those results into your account with predictable results. If we've ran a campaign for years in your space already and you use the really polished version of what works to develop leads or sales in your market, it'd be silly not to use what we have, because we sell those for a one-time fee and it cuts out hundreds of thousands of dollars with the testing that we already did in your market. These templates actually work so good. We've got people using them to start secondary businesses, selling leads or whatever. And we can tell you what results those templates will get you right up front. So if you're interested in that as well, you can reach out, guaranteedppc.com, as well as where you can find out about that. But I'll wrap it up with that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in my next video where we have another great strategy for you then. See you later.